In today's video, we're going to cover how to create firework displays within Planet Coaster, similar to this one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump to this side of the lake and I will show you how to set up your own fireworks. So if you go into the create menu, come into special effects, and first of all you want to go to audio and display sequences. So within here you've got a display sequencer, which is the main sort of control panel that I use, and you also have a park speaker display. I'm just going to put both of them here, and that's just so we've got them for an example. Now to find the fireworks, you go back out of there and you go into the fireworks menu. Now the great thing is about the fireworks menu is if you select a firework, these are pretty small, it'll give you an animation of how it works before you actually place it. So you can run through and you can see how they all work. And this also works with the cannons, so obviously zoom back a bit. But as you can see, you can run through and try out all of the fireworks before you actually put them into your animation. So let's choose this one and we're going to put it here. And then what we're going to do is we'll just choose this cannon here and we'll put another cannon here. With some of the cannons, you'll notice that they have a little arrow, and that's the direction that either the number or the symbol will be showing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to link these to the sequencer. So if I click on the sequencer and go edit trigger sequence, I then want to add a display group. Now, you can create multiple display groups and use these as a way of delaying and organizing your sequences. I tend to only do that for when I'm doing animatronics for a ride. When I'm doing fireworks, I tend to keep each of my sort of groups on different sequences, just so that I can reuse the sequences and reuse the groups a lot quicker. So what you want to do is click connect objects to group. You want to select what you're going to do first of all. So what we'll actually do is we'll select all three for the purposes of this. Then press RB. And then what we can do then is we can decide what fires first. So let's say the disc is going to fire first. We'll do that in 0 seconds. We're then going to fire the little large firework 1 second later, and the multi-launch a second after that one. So as you can see, our full animation is 2 seconds long. It starts with this one, goes here, and then goes here. Now, if I wanted to delay the whole group, I would come up to this one, and I could add a delay there. If at any point I want to test something, I can just press the play. So as you can see, the disc, the multi-cannon, and the large firework there. And at any point, if you want to test it, you can come up to either the play trigger sequences here or any of these play buttons down here. Now once you've got your display sequence set up, you can zoom out and you can press play, and this will show you there you go, this will show you an example of it running. Now if you come from the display sequencer menu and go into the activation menu, you can decide how it works. So you could say at 8 o'clock at night our firework display would happen, or you could have it looping and it could happen every hour, and you could make sure that this was only at night time. You could also set this continuously, and you could still do this at night, or you could take that limit off if you've got your park set to nighttime, and you could have the fireworks continually running and running and running. And as you can see, the continuous means that it just keeps going round and round that loop we set up. So you get this more sort of excitable animation going on where each of the firework rockets are being used multiple times. And as soon as the loop finishes, it starts the loop again. Or you can have it on trigger only. And the only time this will start is if we trigger it with something else in the park, maybe a roller coaster or another sequencer, or we come in here and we actually play the animation ourselves. Within the camera menu, what you can actually do is set up display cameras. So if I go and edit cameras, I will show you how these work. And now what you want to do is use your actual camera to get to the position you want to be in. So let's say we're going to have this. I'm going to watch the rocket come up. So we'll press RB here. But then we actually want to, maybe we want to do a top down. And we want to see the full animation, so I'm going to come out here as well. So each time I've added a camera, I've pressed RB. And then what I can do is I can click the camera and actually see the angle that the camera is going to see. Now if I press B and come back out of that menu, go over to the cameras again, and I actually click this plus, it'll then drop them all down. And this is where I can rename them. So we can rename this to close. And then what will happen then is if I go to enter display camera mode, as you can see, the camera on the bottom right is called close-up. That's close-up of the rocket. We then got number 2, which is our aerial, and number 3, which is a bit further away. And I could repeat that to rename each of those if I wished. Within the finance tab, it'll basically tell you how much your sequence is costing because of the fireworks and special effects and music, whatever you use. Bear in mind that if you use multiple sequences, you're not going to get that full breakdown by looking at one sequencer, because it won't take into account the multiple sequences you're using. Within here, I can choose what music I would like to be played on my display speakers. And there's a whole host of music included. If you wish to test it, you can come over one and press X. I also have the ability to set display speakers, and I could rename these. So let's put a speaker in. And we're going to put this speaker here. We'll press RB to confirm. And then we're going to come back and we'll go to the plus. And as you can see, it's already got a name there. That is now linked to our sequence. And of course, you have the tools and different abilities to recolor your sequences in here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set this and we're going to set it to continuous. So, as you can see, our firework animation is all dandy and working quite well. But maybe you want to change the color of your fireworks. If you click on the firework, you can then come into its edit menu, come down here and change the color of the fireworks itself. And as you can see, they instantly change. So maybe we want to change here. And also, these colors will also style the rocket launcher itself. So if you see how this one has changed to yellow, and I've put yellow cannon in, it can help you keep track of what colors you're using when you're just quickly having a look at your fireworks on the ground. If I wanted to, I could also set this rocket to start whenever I wanted rather than using a trigger. And I could also turn it off. But what I prefer to do is have them set to a sequencer, and then you can form firework displays for your guests. And at any point, if you come into the fireworks menu and you want to add any more, you can simply select something else and then come back to your sequencer, go into edit trigger sequence, connect an object. Let's add this one in. And then maybe I actually want to have that start at the beginning. And just like that, we've updated our little firework display for our visitors. I feel like the ability to add fireworks to your parks really adds a sense of fun to them and gives you sort of that Disney sort of vibe and feel towards your park. I hope this video has helped you out to get an understanding of how to do the fireworks, where to find them in the menu, how to set up triggers, and link your fireworks to your triggers so you can create custom groups and displays similar to this one. I'll catch you in the next video.